What's up guys, it's Steven, and today I'm going to be making a Cubeatz style loop for 21 Savage. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first thing I have right now is just this piano from Contact, and all I have is just some pre-made chords that I picked out, and then also I just put this top line over it, so this is what that sounds like. So as you can tell, it kind of has that dark, creepy piano vibes that 21 goes for a lot. So the next thing I'm going to do now is just recreate this piano, but actually on my real piano. So I'm going to show you guys what that looks like right now. So now all I'm going to do is just record it into my iPhone voice memos, so yeah. So now that I have that piano recorded, I just dragged it back into Ableton, and all I did was just add some NS1 with a little bit of noise compression. That takes out a lot of the white noise that's created when you record something with your iPhone. So now all I'm going to do is just take these notes and quantize it to make it the exact same as the original, so yeah. So now that I have the main chords quantized, all I have to do is just this top line. So now that I have everything rendered and quantized, this is what it sounds like. And so I actually want to speed this up a little bit, so I'm going to go to repitch for both of these on Ableton. And then I'm just going to drag in a tuner, and then now when I bring up the BPM, it'll actually bring up the pitch as well. So now that I have a pitch and BPM that I like, I'm just going to start processing the piano. So the first thing I'm going to do is add a little bit of reverb. And then I'm just going to add an EQ. And then I'm going to add this plugin called Wolf Compressor by GHZ. And so I like this plugin a lot for pianos because it gives it that vintage sound. So basically all I do is I just turn off the noise, turn down the wow to about 7%, turn down the lo-fi to like around 30, and then do the same with the compression. And then I'll turn out the output. And a really nice thing about Ableton I like is that you can select these plugins and then just copy and paste them into another sound. So that's what I just did there. So now this is what both of them sound like together. So here I'm basically just doing the process that you would do when using Edison and FL. So I just turn this to resampling, go to the beginning and hit record. And as you can see, it creates a new audio track. So the reason for doing this is so I can just drag and drop this audio file into Simpler. And then when I go to slice, it's basically like Fruity Slicer in FL Studio. So then all I do here is go to slice by and go to beat. So now I can just play something on my keyboard. So I think all I'm going to do with this is just turn up the fade out and turn it up the fade in so it gives it like a chopping effect. So the next thing I'm going to do to layer on top of this is to go into Trillion and find a bass that I like. And then to process this, I'm just going to add a little bit of EQ. And then I'm going to add effect rack and go into the decapitator. Turn on the mix. So now that I have the guitar recorded and processed, basically I just quantized it inside of Ableton, and then for effects I just put a little bit of reverb, and then I EQ'd it a little bit, and then the last thing I put was this effect rack preset. It just has a little bit of EQ to boost some of the mids, and then a little bit of pan mid. So now that I have all of this, I'm going to go ahead and arrange it. So I'm just going to have everything playing here. And now I have it arranged, so I'm just going to go ahead and render the whole thing out again. So since I have the whole thing rendered out, I'm going to add a tuner again and change the audio track to resample or repitch. And then after that, I'm going to bring up the BPM a good amount and then tune it. So that looks about right to me. So here's what it sounds like after I speed it up. So now I'm gonna get a texture from me and Vicas's one-shot kit. This one sounds pretty good to me. It's just super loud, so I'm gonna turn it down a lot. And then for mastering, I pretty much only use 2 plugins on my master. I just use Midside Matrix and put it like that. And then the final plugin that I like to add is Can Opener, and I'll just turn off the start time. Actually, for the simp, I'm going to add an EQ and take out a little bit more of the lows. That sounds pretty good to me. So I think that's it for the sample. There's not really too much to add to it, so I'm just going to go ahead and render it out. This sample will actually be available in a free download link down below, so be sure to go download it if you want to use it in one of your beats. And then other than that, I think that's it for me. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed or learned something, be sure to like and subscribe. Also, be sure to go follow my social medias at @StevenSchaefer_ on all platforms. And yeah, that's it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.